This is home to us.
It's more or less like a family.
Detroit's future is in play.
You know, someone like me could have easily ended up as another statistic as a young black male in America, and particularly here in Detroit.
When I think about if PAL's not here, you have two 14-year-olds are traveling the same path. You got one 14-year-old that's walking to their game. They're about to go and be nurtured by some coach, some mentor, some family, some group who are supporting and cheering them on for their success. You have another 14-year-old that's driving with this idle time. He ends up still in the car, gets into an accident, and now he's getting arrested and now getting into the penal system. So when you start thinking about the two different pathways that can occur on any given day, that have occurred on any given day in the city of Detroit, that's why PAL is so important.
For example, my younger brother, who was recently murdered due to senseless gun violence, he was one of the ones who didn't have a Detroit PAL. He wasn't introduced to that route, and because of that, a big part of the reason why he lost his life, because a lot of his time just wasn't occupied in a very controlled or a positive way, you know, like what Detroit PAL offers.
So Detroit PAL is actually serving over 15,000 kids across the city of Detroit and nearby suburbs. The kids range from ages 4 to 18. We have a sweet spot between ages 4 and 14. It's an immersion of 15,000 different types of people coming together to learn through play.
Like, these kids in the community don't have a lot of people believe in them and mentor them. They just need that extra push to believe in themselves. PAL provides it.
It's more or less like a family. Like, you know, all the police officers who are here, they're cool. They help you with different activities. They help you set up different fundraisers. They help you with your sports. And they actually do help you with even social skills and even like everyday tasks.
The secret sauce, as I would say, is the police athletic league. So when you think about the officers and you think about the impact, because of the interactions that our police officers have with the youth and the community that we serve in, that it truly makes a difference in the way they see the police officers. It humanizes them. They start understanding that these officers have to go home to their families. They have to be able to serve the community in that way, and that they are a form of protection.
My coach, Lieutenant Johnson, while I was a PAL kid, that was a direct link to me seeing a positive role model, a positive black male, and me wanting to be someone like him. When I found out that he was a police officer in Detroit, it was a no-brainer that I was going to be a police officer someday in my life.
Detroit's future is in play. Detroit's future is our PAL kids. They're going to be the next generation to lead this city. We have over a few 100,000 alumni that have come through the PAL organization, and that just gives me so many success stories. Successful doctors and lawyers and entrepreneurs and judges and all sorts of professions that they use the values that were instilled in them through PAL still to this day to carry out their success stories and their careers.
PAL is important to me because it's fun, and the most magnificent thing is to have fun. It's great.
When we just really went out there on the field and had fun with them, even if it was through basketball or football, they looked forward to being around you every day. So it went from being a stranger to you being a police officer, then to you ending as a brother to them. And so that was a huge high impact.
You're born into a zip code. And we know the data shows that in a zip code, there's crime, there's poverty, there's all these different challenges. And to avoid those challenges, sometimes you have to be distracted, change your focus, to shift your focus. And so that's why PAL is so important. It truly makes a difference and it changes lives.